Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Greatly Grant channel. In this channel, we are talking about the UAG grant updates and information, and also we are also going to be updating you on the Theobarth and IMF and other grant informations. If you are new on this channel, consider subscribing so that when next we publish our next video, you will be kindly notified. Thank you once again for having me on Greatly channel. Bye for now.
And I want to personally give thanks to God for the good news we heard yesterday night from Reverend Moses that is expected to span through the entire week. But I also sincerely want to address the statements coming from Pastor Tunde Jr. And, because one of the biggest discussion is about Reverend Moses and the information that is shared concerning the disbursement dateline and the timeline. So I'm going to look at this matter, and we are also collectively going to look at it holistically to clear the eyes and also open our minds. But first, I want to ask this simple question. Is it wrong for someone who has information to share it? Is it a crime to communicate updates to people who have been waiting for years? And thirdly, why is there so much silence from the official grant handlers who were supposed to talk to us? It's on this wise I will address the critical issues coming from Tunde Jr. and the statement on the disbursement coming from Reverend Moses, the president of the Grant Community Decide movement. Now, what is really the problem here? Mr. Tunde Jr. seemed to always respond by trying to attack information that comes from Reverend Moses, instead of bringing his own update or verified information. He focuses on criticizing what Reverend Moses says. In fact, I have come to realize that Mr. Tunde Jr. does not have an information of his own when it comes to the depth of the advocacy program that we are on with. He tries to pick on people's information, then try to either bring it down or find stones in them, especially that of Reverend Moses. But let us be honest here. If someone struggles, searches, connects, and gathers information, is it wrong for that person to inform others? Should he simply keep quiet simply because the official handlers are not speaking? Think about it. The grant community has waited for years. People have prayed, they have fasted, they've endured this hardship, believing that one day the disbursement will finally happen. So, if someone has access to possible updates and decides to share them, why should that be a problem? Why should that become a problem? Now, part of the things he pointed out was the fact that some will be paid, some will not be paid, in his words. Now, did Reverend Moses say that people will not be paid? And that's another area where misunderstanding has created this tension, because I could see a lot of comments lined up in the analysis of Pastor Tunde Jr. Reverend Moses never said that some people would not be paid. He didn't say that. What is said clearly is that payments may come in phases. And let us understand what that means. When something happens in phases, It simply means that it's not going to happen all at once. In other words, not everyone is going to receive payment on the same day, possibly. Some may receive theirs first, others may come to receive theirs later. Even salary payment doesn't come the same day. They don't even come the same time. It is face by face or batch by batch. And this is also normal in every large financial disbursement. Even government programs, international organizations, they pay in batches sometimes. So why would you be twisting his words? Why? If he says it may happen the same day for everyone, if he says it may not happen the same time or the same day for everyone, that's not even a bad news to begin with. It's not a bad news. It's just simply preparation so that people will not panic. If their neighbor receives an alert before them, you wouldn't have to panic because you know that yours too would follow suit. Now imagine if payments start, for instance, and your brother receives his first, but you do not receive yours immediately. And without prior explanation or notification coming from the management, fear and confusion would normally spread. It will. So informing people ahead of time that it may happen in phases is not negativity. It's even wisdom. To my understanding, it's wisdom. It's calculated wisdom. Then about the issue of the court case, it's another important thing that Reverend Moses advised, which, like, if there are mistakes in the list, they should be settled amicably instead of somebody having to rush to court. Now, let us think about this. If there are some minor errors or misunderstandings in documentation of where you registered, where you put in your details and all that, now, is it better to resolve them peaceably or to start legal battles immediately? Which one is best? We all know that court cases can delay processes. They can even freeze your funds. They can create more complications for you. So advising people to be peaceful or advising peaceful settlement first is not oppression. It's not. It's simply encouraging unity and a quick resolution among members who desires the same thing. Sometimes we allow emotions to lead us instead of just common sense. So, is it right? Is it wrong to share possible date? Is it wrong? Reverend Moses mentioned possible disbursement date from yesternight down to today, down to Thursday. You understand? He never said those dates were 100% guaranteed. You understand? But based on the information he has received up till that time, we should expect disbursement. That's expectation. We all understood, we all know that previous dates have come and passed, of course, except you are new in this ecosystem. That is true. But does that mean that we should stop giving updates? No. If someone hears that discussions are ongoing and a possible window has been suggested, should he keep quiet? If he has all the vetoes to talk about it? Remember that even weather forecast says rain is expected, sometimes it's a rain is expected to fall because of the weather condition. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it does not rain. But that does not mean the forecaster committed a crime. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So the real issue here is expectation management. Is expectation management. Bro, people are tired. People are emotional right now. So every date sounds like a promise. But we must learn to separate possible information from official confirmation. Reverend Moses is not the final authority of disbursement. Of course, he's an agitator. He's a voice who also claims to have privileged information to help the masses, and we should see it and respect it as that. That is different from being the handler of the grant, which you rightly pointed out. He's not a grant handler. He's a stakeholder too. I am a stakeholder. You are also a stakeholder. He's an agitator. He's an advocator. Then the big question is, why is the silence from the grant handlers? And because someone spoke, he has committed a crime. This is where the real frustration lies. Why can't the official grant handlers themselves? Why can't they speak at this time? Why can't they speak directly to the people? It is the silence that creates division, that creates rumors, that creates panic amongst the ecosystem. If the handlers would simply communicate clearly, even 1 week, if it is once in a week, tension that builds up, it will reduce drastically by more than half. When people are left in darkness, they hold on to any light that they see. And that's the truth. And that's why voices like Reverend Moses becomes very important. Not because it controls the process, it's just because it communicates to the masses and they want to hear it. His communication gives hope to the people, and they've learned to trust or depend and wait and expect it. Even if the message is not perfect, of course, nobody is perfect. It is better than total silence. Yes. So please clean up your mind. Clean up your mind. Address something very important. Before criticizing anyone, clean up your mind first. Are you angry because the information is false? Or are you angry because you do not like the person sharing it? Sometimes personal vendetta or personal bias clouds your judgment no matter how much you place it. If someone say payment may come in phases, that is realistic. If he says possible dates have been discussed, and that is information. If he advises peace instead of court battles, that is wisdom. So what exactly is the offense? What is critical about what he has said? With all due respect, Pastor Tunde Jr., with all due respect, definitely I will air your voice here and commend you sometimes when you really go straight to the issue and you talk about it without minding whose ox is God. But I've also had to advise at different times on how to place issues, how to place judgments, how to analyze critically. You don't have to criticize personality for anything. Just if you clean up your mind, you will know the right way to address matters. Is the offense that he is speaking while others are silent? Is that the offense? Another big problem in our community is also that, a lot of people do not listen carefully. They hear one sentence and ignore the rest. They pick one word that suits their fancy and they create a different meaning to that. We must learn to listen completely before we react to anything at all. Please. Every may must not turn to must. Every possible must not turn to confirmation. If he says faces, do not turn it into exclusion. That is where unnecessary tension starts. So let us avoid unnecessary division. The grant community should be united. We shouldn't be divided at all. This is not a time for personal attacks or statement attacks. It's not a time to insult those who are trying to speak to us in the innocency of their piosity. If someone has better information, let them bring it forward respectfully for the masses who are already embittered. They are pained because they have been hanged. If someone disagrees, let them correct it politely. Politely, not with anger. But attacking without providing better updates, it's a confusion. We must focus on the goal. And the goal is the alert. I repeat it. You must focus and we must focus on the goal. And the goal is the alert. That is what beneficiaries want to hear. Successful disbursement. That's what we want to hear. So my advice to the community right now, please, is very important. Don't just depend on only one voice. Listen expansively. Listen widely. And it's part of what I've said in time. Listen widely. Have a broad spectrum of mind. Be accommodated, be able to articulate, be able to accommodate a wide range of expectations. You understand? Do not treat possible dates as guaranteed promises. Prepare your mind. It could be a phased by phased payment or batch by batch payment. Avoid panic if others receive alerts before you. Stay peaceful. Stay peaceful. Stay united. And most importantly, do not lose your peace. Kai, do not lose your peace. Nothing is worth your peace, bro. We are closer right now than we've ever been. That is clear from the level of activity and discussions happening right now. But see, maturity is required at this stage. Please, I want to stop right now, but I need to say this. At the end of the day, nobody wants confusion. Nobody. Nobody wants false hope. Nobody wants disappointment. But attacking those who communicate does not solve anything. It doesn't. If Reverend Moses has strived to gather information and share it with the masses, that effort should at least be respected and applauded to the very peak of it. Even if we take the information with caution, yes, it should be respected. It should be valued. Let us demand respect, transparency from the handlers, in a respectable form, and support unity in this community. Let us listen properly. Let us also remove some personal bias. And above all, let's be calm. Let's watch how things unfold. The cloud may be heavy. The atmosphere may be tensed right now. But shouting at each other will not make the rain to fall faster. Patience, wisdom, unity, that is what we need right now. Please, that is what we need right now. And if you believe in staying informed without this unnecessary panic, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on any balanced and honest update.